The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. They run with a veteran of 8 years now. It's Melvin Gordon. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing is Wilson.
That's complete. It's Okurebunom.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 5 catches, 52 yards, and a touchdown.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Now a Carolina native, former Tar Heel, it's Javonte Williams. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
On 1st down, Wilson.
Got an open man here, and it's KJ Hamler. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
They go back to the ground with Williams. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2, now Wilson.
He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he will have the Broncos 1st down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Now it's Wilson.
He'll get this to Hamler over the middle. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
That last pass might be one he remembers, Charles. He's now over 40,000 career passing yards.
And just think of the evolution of the passing game in the NFL. 40,000 at one time was unthinkable. No one thought anyone would ever get there. Now, how many guys have done it in the NFL?
Yeah, right around 20.
So we're talking a good number that have gotten that done, throwing the ball downfield. He's got a lot to be proud of and a lot more left to accomplish.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Williams will try again. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look coming from the offense. Countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. The kick by McManus is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-0.
And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
Carolina's offense ready for its first possession, and at the helm, their new QB brought in via trade this offseason. His 5th year now in the NFL, former #1 pick, Baker Mayfield.
And he's a guy who plays with a lot of emotion. He's learned how to channel it really positively, because when he throws the football downfield and makes a big play, he'll be the first guy downfield to celebrate with you. But also, when his team needs that confidence, when they need that jolt, they turn to him, and he's ready to provide it.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. To throw, Mayfield. Check down here for Henry. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be second down. The Panthers had 8-3 now. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And even though it's the offense at center stage now, there should be a spotlight shining on the defense, because they're really the star of this show. A terrific game last week, able to pitch a shutout on the road. And I don't care who you play. That's a sign that you got a ball club firing at peak efficiency, and both sides are working well.
First target, first catch, and a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it up, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Eluding the pressure right. And Mayfield will have a first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play. First down, Mayfield. Throw left side, going to be caught by Chenault. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. First to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Derrick Henry. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So this drive spans 7 plays. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Well, the final weekend of November is upon us. Boy, can you believe December right around the corner? Always seems to get here quickly. But coming up tonight, we wrap up the holiday weekend with the Packers and Eagles from Philly at 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow night, we wrap up Cyber Monday with the Steelers and Colts from Indianapolis. Trucks over him, and he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Up the middle, it's Williams. To about the 40-yard line.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 40 now on second down. Wilson. And a quick throw here that's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. They'll go down as a gain of 6. And that'll leave them with a third and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have regained the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is now 10-7. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And Cortland Sutton able to finish things off with the touchdown reception. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today. So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in the conference.
Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Moore, 75 yards. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Take it in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
And especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson. Open man Hamler. That's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29. A gain of 4. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, here's Williams. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go. Mayfield on first down. Got a man, that's Rashard Higgins. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. And quickly they get to the line. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete.
whistle into the game, you know, because you do practice it, you do go through it.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Following the sack, Mayfield and the Panthers staring at a 3rd and long here.
Back to throw here. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So here are the Panthers set to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Mayfield down.
He's got a man on the crossing route. That's more.
And he'll be taken out of bounds all the way down near the 35-yard line.
A big play there for Carolina. 42 yards.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam. But notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
And caught by Tremble. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here that's close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Tommy Tremble.
An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Panthers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that makes it a 21-10 game. So that drive, 4 plays. And Carolina scores to cap it off. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. It was a small, manageable spread to overcome. A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Off the draw, here's Williams.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here comes Hamler on the jet sweep. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that kid.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, Wilson. It's his running back, Melvin Gordon. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the 1st down right near the 24. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
The kick by McManus is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. DJ Moore, the Carolina offense, about to take over once again. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
And Brandon, this is a really nice job defensively, getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion good for just 3. And he's out on 35. Wilson. Got a man. It's Judy complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time. And we're back now in Charlotte. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Throw to the right here to Gordon. Touchdown, Broncos! Melvin Gordon, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. Wilson going to throw for it. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted to tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Here's Roberts to bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to look deep for more. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for Carolina. And even 50 yards.
But Baker Mayfield only 6'1", but he can certainly sling it, and we saw evidence of that right there.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they have this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
Yeah, that throw traveling an even 64 yards in the air.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On the counter, it's Henry. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
2nd down, they go again with Henry.
Room here to run.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15.
Give him 18. It's a Carolina 1st down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit, because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with his very next run.
A 1st down carry for Henry. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense, because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Derrick Henry hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
So, Charles, I mean, this game feels like it has been punch, counter-punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks our tie here in the 4th quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You talk about those punches and counter-punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos.
At their own 24. Wilson.
That's complete. It's Okurebunom.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. Down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. To throw is Wilson.
And this nearly intercepted. Probably should have been. Had he caught it, it would have sealed it. Instead, one more chance coming up on 4th down.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
Wilson to throw. He's got Gordon. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down. Clock running here, under 90 seconds to go. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Panthers have just about sewn up this football game. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game, challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down the block. Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Again, it's Henry. He's got it to the 43 here. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. On third down, Henry. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. 92 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. So a win here for the Panthers.